Save. I am live. Oh, ploppers. What have I done? Oh, Maurice. Hey. Alright, so let's just kind of go back and probably open up something. Welcome to the stream. As I'm opening up everything else. Come on, Marco. Pull your socks up. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. That goes there. Alright, who have we got so far? Leo? What the heck? 3 Yard by Mike Down. Welcome to the stream. Alright, we're just letting this open. Terry's here, Mike Render's here. Mark's here. It's a bang out of order. It is out of order. I'm out of order. Gosh, I'm getting old. We'll turn that on. Come on, we're getting there. We're kicking goals. And then I'm going to click on that button. So while I'm still bringing up, come on, can you load? So for those of you who haven't seen, I created a pretty cool short. Well, I think it's pretty cool. My mum says it's cool. Actually, I don't think she said anything yet. Automated. Save. Richo's here. Welcome to the stream. This is, for those of you who have seen it, let me kind of quickly fast forward to the main section. In the animation, oh gosh, this is going to die, so I better not. Let me bring up the screenshot. So, in the animation that I did upload just before, I forgot to turn on the particle effects. Sorry, the cell fracture. I spent 2 days trying to get this explosion working and stuffed it. If I come into here, let's go into Mark 3D. Nope, YouTube. Just kind of want to show what I've done. Where is it? That one there. Love it. This is great, but there isn't that explosion. So I'm going to re-render this and put in that massive explosion there. I'm getting good. Why does YouTube? Yeah, I don't know. How you doing, Mr. Richo? I'm glad you're here, buddy. All right, come on, let's go. Let's close that. Go back to there. Morning to you from the UK. So I now need to build kind of like a bigger scene around this. The actual entire scene, I was actually struggling with trying to get the animation to look right, and I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's got to be something with the curve. So I'm actually bringing up and showing the full 13-14 seconds of the animation, which is all around the ship, but it's just so janky. Really disappointed on how it turned out. If we go over into, here we go. Just go into all the way back. So it's like super jank. That's not the far out marker. Let's go here, timeline, this one here. And I'm just going to resize that. And so it was, I don't know what all that stuff was about. Like looking at the curve didn't make any sense on why it was kind of like moving at a really weird angle. Especially kind of like this bit here. That rotation there. No idea. So I'm trying to break it down. If I actually kind of go through, I'm just kind of going through the troubleshooting process that I'm doing at the moment. Trying to understand why. So these the 2 ships follow a Bezier curve, and then this is my camera curve. I don't know what is going on. Now I prefer to use NURBS curve. Kind of like, let's just talk about through this. Prefer to use a NURBS curve over a Bezier curve. So if I go into like a Bezier, we control it with this. And so you can see that it'll hit the point. However, if you've ever done any animation, you'll feel the jank as it comes around. So this is why I prefer to use a NURBS curve. I did post this on Stalkbook. Somebody was putting it on the Blender question. And rather than going to the point, it kind of touches the center of the line. So it is a lot more gradual. And so that's what I'm trying to overcome, is why is this being a jerk? Because this seems fairly gradual. There's like a lot of space in between. Did the camera change the height to the... Yes, it does. So that's this one here. And you can kind of see this line here goes a lot higher. But the ship here at some point here-ish does like a really weird flick. And I don't know why. Because the rotation here, it only rotates on the one axis. And that's the Y axis. I've got a feeling my screen scale is wrong. Let me just change the display. Oh no, that's fine. Just increase that for you guys. So that is something that's a bit off, and I'm trying to understand why. But now coming back and thinking about this, I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing a 15-second shot when I don't really need to. Because ultimately what we could do, and I'm just going to talk about this for now. I reckon we might probably build probably another frigate, especially based off the ship from last week. Just a bit of a larger ship. That's right. Okay. So really what we should have is if we come into, so for instance, like here, Shift A, let's add in a camera, rotate Z, control numpad 0. So if we were to kind of even line it up like so, we could have, go back, Control P, parent object, keep transformation. We could have kind of like this shot, and then as it comes around, we see the ship come in first, and then this is where we start unleashing laser cannons. And so now I've kind of like bypassed. It's not shooting straight. Oh, well. Kind of like bypassed that janky animation because we've changed the camera angle. Oh, that's gorgeous. It is looking pretty juicy. Can you set camera to follow ship? Yes. Well, there you go. Yeah. And so that's kind of like the idea. So as we're animating, pew, 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 and then you can see that we've got that. I will show you what I spent the 2 days on. And if we go exploded low and we come over into that section, I've actually got a ship here. Now I was talking to Spooky about this on Discord. So this here is a ship by itself. And then it's doing gimbal lock sort of a problem. Yeah, kinda. This ship comes in. And then at this point, the fractured ship comes in, but I've still got the original ship for one frame. Then the original ship hides. Then we get that explosion of parts. And so that, oops. And then we get that explosion of parts. And then we get that image downloads. So this is where I'll probably end up going back, re-rendering it, and seeing what happens. So right here in this section, that's the orange ship kind of flying through, whilst everything else has gone AWOL. I usually let the tutorial decide for me whether it's nerves nerves or Bezier. Yep. Would going with multiple cameras help with the scene? Yes. But, so, now, question. It's almost better, it actually would be better, to go separate blend files. So we have the one blend file that has all the scenes, that has the rough animation, or if you want the proper animation, but then breaking that scene into every shot, because then when we are in DaVinci Resolve or your video editing software, and we're like, oh, that scene doesn't look right, we're just opening up that blend file, and that's the render that we have. It's because we would be linking to the other blend file. Those blend files aren't going to be that big, so it's more of a way to be clean. So yeah, I kind of just want to talk about that to start off with. But I do want to create something based off what we created last week. So I'm just going to go File, Link, and we'll bring in our two ships. Now, I haven't done any preparations for this. This is more just came to my mind as, you know, just reflecting on everything that we've done. So let me go back into Web Series, Ships, Greg Small Fighter, we'll bring him in. Collection, Greg Small Fighter, so that's that one. File, Link, and then we're going to bring in the other file. So what it's going to do is actually just reference that ship, so we're not actually bringing it in. So let's go U, Collection, Small Fighter. So this is what we created last week. Turned out schmick. But I am going to bring in the main hero ship of our series as well. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is just for scale. That one there. Collection. Main hero ship. And so we can kind of see the size differences. This is our small transport ship that we've been building with for everything. Thanks, Bay. This is the main ship that everything's going to be in. So if we jump into rendered mode, just so you guys can see, I love this ship. It keeps giving me more every time. Let's go into Sky. Let's click render. And so to me, it's getting better and better. This ship is now actually rigged. Is this Star Wars or something? No, this is a web series that I'm making from scratch, pretty much. Yeah, so I've started actually rigging the ship itself so that when we go to apply, like when we've got an armature on, I can now save each animation into the NLA animator. And then that way we can just click and drag those animations in. Speaking, welcome to the stream. Need a file Epony rather than a file link. What? I don't know, Shaggy. So, yes. So we're going to keep these, and then let's build something that's going to represent this. Now, this is a good ship. Just saying. Okay, we'll fix that up later. All right, so let's go straight into blocking. Because we do want something big like this. Will we use it? Zelda joke. Okay, sorry. Not up on my Zelda. What's new here? What's going on? What's going on here then? Yeah? Ah, right. Okay. Jeez. Just working on an animated web series, and so in the previous bit there, just showing off what I've created so far, some of the ideas, some of the testing, and we're going to kind of build on that. So let's take this, build it into something that's a little bit bigger. We want a 2-seater. When you look up spaceship animations, they tend to be based on Star Wars. Correct. There is a really cool guy who does lots of renders very quickly, and it's super frustrating. It is Venture Pictures. So this guy, I think it's this guy. Yeah, so he does a lot of nice ones as well. But nice, long, establishing shot. The shot that I'm working on at the moment is going to be quick, short, sharp, straight to the point. 3-4 seconds per shot. And then we kind of expand it. I don't think he's got anything else. Yeah, see, to me, this isn't going to give me action. Where if we look at some of the other Star Wars ones, it's kind of like go, 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 go. Not that one. Yeah, there's just stuff flying. So that's the kind of mentality that I'm going for there. For something, he's playing web series and has been building some different assets. Yep. Cool. So, and if you guys go back, you'll see a lot of the assets that we've kind of built through over the past couple of months. This will all come into play eventually. All right, cool. What is this gonna look like? What do we go? Do we go giant stealth bomber style? So what I mean by that is let's kind of go into blocking. Now the very first thing we always do is block, see if we can get a nice shape. Okay, you -10, and see what we can do. Let's go add modifier, generate mirror modifier. I reckon for this we actually do base it off the B52 stealth bomber. What's that? Name's not ringing a bell. Okay, let's have a look. Where are we? Maybe we go save it. Yes, let's do that. Working files, we're up to 140. 140 underscore med stealth. There we go. In we go. Control V, enter, save blend file. Have you seen the paddling, by the way? Right, I have. B2 stealth bomber. Thank you very much. Fleur, hi. Looks like a mini pelican on the right there from the Halo universe. I'll take that. All right, let's go into N. Bring up our character. Let's bring him in. Import character. Let's go into temp. Nope, not that temp. Testing character, Kevin. I think it's... Yes. All right. So I'm just waiting for this character to load in. It's got a lot of textures. Come on, sunshine. I love Blender. Blender's the bee's knees. Except when it's crashing. We want to quick auto retarget. No. I just want to go rigify. Let's do that. And so what I'm doing now is generating a bit of a rig over this character. So this character here is from Character Creator 4. Where is it? What? Ah, poopy caca. Let me just quickly grab Linkaroony. Just let that go. There we go. Let's go into here. Sorry, just opening stuff up. There we go. Beautiful. And so we are using that there. New subscriber. Whoops, I got the wrong audio. Thank you. Because normally it scares the bejeebers out of me. Who just joined? The Night Arch, welcome. Oh, Mohammed, welcome. Nang, welcome. Dewey, welcome. Sweet. I don't even know how many subscribers on. The goal is to get to the 100,000. Will I get there? I don't know. I got to release some more videos. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to quickly pose this character, kind of more in an upright seat. There we go. Oops. And we'll bring you along to be something like this. There we go. Just, all right, chill out, mate. Let's bring him down like that. Control C, Control Shift V. Mate, just relax, will ya? Jeez. Control C, Control Shift V. Cool, I'm fine with that. Let me just hide those other bits of the rig because we don't need them. Bam, 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 bam. We're going to go I, and then delete that keyframe because I don't want it there anymore. Beautiful. Now we go into the blocking phase. So we've got our character for reference. I reckon technically it needs to be bigger, doesn't it? Because he's got to stand. Okay. You should save it as a sitting version. I probably should. You are correct. Because I'm an idiot. Say hi, Pry. Hey. How long have you been into graphics design and games? So this isn't really for a game. But I have actually played quite a bit with Unreal Engine. Probably about 8 years on that one. Like a pose library. Correct. Debug. Welcome. Okay, so I like that. I think we will bring that up like so. I like this idea. Let's put an edge loop through there. And then if we start picturing this, this could be almost like, yeah, if we go down the bomber route. Come on, let's go like that. GY. I think, though, we could probably pull this out some more. Because we kind of want these dirty, hard shapes. Windows, mate, windows. There's no headroom, which is about accurate. Yeah, so I was just thinking about that. We do want it as narrow profile as possible. You know what would be cool? I know the ship's already being done, but if we have like the main compartment area and the wings can kind of like rotate around, that would be cool. I like that idea. So for that, okay, let's move this guy over. So for that, if we've got kind of like a central hub. So how long does everyone think we from live stream actually being Michael 3 days? I'll always be here. For now. I will be here. I'm actually, I really like that idea. Because there's so many things that we could do. If we've got like the center pivot point, then you can go horizontal, go vertical, sideways. Yeah, okay, welcome. Can you say EA Sports in the game? EA Sports in the game. Okay, all right, let's go. Come on, focus. Let's do this. So I'm going to grab this section. Let's go P, separate by selection. And for now, I'm just going to hide that off. Control S to save. That, whoop, someone just joined. That was a very quiet. Who just subscribed? Tappy, welcome. Tony, welcome. If you're on Twitch, I'm sorry, I can't see it right now. Oh, actually, can I? No, I've got to click on that. And then we'll come back here. Devon Nettles, welcome. Oh my gosh, there's more people. No, Affin. Welcome to the stream. Let's go FF. So we're still in the blocking phase. We always do the blocking phase. Let's now go into Alt-H. I get stuffed. Move, new collection, junk. And so this is where we kind of like move parts that we're not going to need. So you move to junk. Oh, still going, still more. There we go. And then these are going to be our wings. Do we make it a cylinder? No. I think we grab this and this. Shift S, cursor to selected. Sorry, let's do this and this. Shift S, cursor to selected. Right click, set origin to 3D cursor. So now that is in the center. Shift S, right click, set origin to 3D cursor. And so the idea is that we've kind of got this where it'll rotate around. Why? I don't know, but it looks sick. Just joined. Richie, welcome to the stream. Rahul, welcome. Excellent. Keep them coming, peeps. Let's hit that 100,000. So, whoops. I like that idea. So that means now we're going to make this symmetrical. So if we clear this and this, delete faces. We will mirror on the Z axis. Make sure we got clipping turned on. Perfect. Awesome. And then we move that around. Pang, welcome. That's great, guys. Organize key for the new model. Organization is key, yes. But also blocking, Alaska. I think that's something really important. Hugh, all's going well. Welcome. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is if we move this out now, and then we close this in, FF. Nope, let's delete that edge. And then from here, what we could do is Shift S, cursor to selected. We've got, cube, GY, just kind of like just throwing ideas out now. Because this idea is already, spawned from this. And so, for instance, if we have that, that'll then give us kind of like a point of rotation. So if we rotate Y, that'll mean that we could bring this up, for instance. Ugh. Wings can come back. Kind of don't want to bring this up because then we've got kind of like this weird angle where I'm actually quite thrilled about that. So maybe what we'll do is just bring... I like it flat. Yes! Gaming in the can, welcome to the stream! The real trash horror story, welcome. I'm learning this software. Blocking is what you need, is what I need to practice on, yeah. Because without doing this kind of core idea, it doesn't make any sense. This was actually really interesting to watch, to make last week. So if you want to go check that out, go nuts. We built that pretty much from scratch. But yes, Spooky, yes. I think so. Tell you the truth, I haven't seen it. I don't know, couldn't get into the series. I almost feel like I need a cylinder. Yes, let's grab, get stuffed. We'll grab this, delete faces, Shift S, cursor selected. And then from here, we will go into a cylinder, rotate X. Is that going to look stupid? That is the question. And so I'm just trying to think. Yeah, see, Spooky's here as well. Gaming in the Can. You're the best. Thanks, Gaming in the Can. Are you using bevel shader? Not yet. No. Not doing that yet. We're just kind of like still in that idea phase. Not using any images at the moment. But I got a feeling I'm going to have to. Let's go into that. I'm going to click on... Nope, I'm not playing Minecraft at the moment. Oh, that's sick. I know this ship now. How does it rotate? Oh. That's cool. Right, okay, I understand how this works. That's gorgeous. Oh, that is awkward. Yeah. But that's why I'm not liking it. Which is fine. We're not allowed to like. We're allowed to not like stuff. And this is why I haven't spent too much time. We're still in that blocking phase. I like that idea. I like the fact that it's spinning off a collar. But this is the design that we want. So maybe this is wrong. Maybe we're looking at this completely wrong. If I can pull this off, I'm going to be so chuffed. Okay, let's just kind of go back to how it was. We're going to go something like that. Let's just bring it down. And then we will extrude this in. We have our cockpit section. This is what we're going to go for. Let's just get rid of the rotating swing, the rotating wing idea. We'll go something along these lines. Let's grab all that. We'll go GG. Nope, that's not going to work. Because then that defeats that purpose. GG. Oh, go on, ball. Okay, suck a lemon. GX. Because what I'm thinking here is down here is the exit part. This wing here is what's going to be folding down. Or, no, that's what it was. I remember. If you want to change it up, your ship has 4 wings. Configure it into full vertical. I'm more thinking of the shuttle. The Endor shuttle. Where it kind of like folds its wings up. But what I'm actually thinking is the plates cascade back in over each other. So it's almost like a bit of a transformer thing. I reckon that's a cool idea. And then this kind of gives us ability to bring it down. Yuck. And I mean, this bit here is nice and... Stop. This bit here is nice and snug. Good. And now we can kind of like build on top of that idea there. And so this is where we can mangle everything up. We can separate each of the plates. It can kind of like fold in, fold up. Oop, who just joined? True for you. What? True tube for you. Welcome to the stream. I'm liking that idea. Good, let's go with it. So let's start just implementing little bits and pieces of it. Great. Not going to do all the damage just yet. Let's maybe just try and get this looking a little bit better. GY, pull that back. I did like how we had on the last ship. We had something like this. We grabbed that, and then we went G to the X, and we had, yeah, like that. Then we can bring this in. Whoops. Bring this in. We go something like this. And then we have that kind of line there. That's this section here, don't like, but we will hold on to it for now. And then this edge here can come up, excuse me, come up. We have it sitting like so. That gives us that nice line onto there, which I think is like. Krasman, welcome. For those of you who are new to the stream, welcome. Just hit the subscribe button if you can. Huge boost for me. So that line there is what I'm after. This is okay. Then this will, yeah, will probably work itself out. Great. We're just still in that blocking phase. More looks like a car now. Yep. I agree. I think you're right, and that's why it's not working. It's like this needs to go back. What if we bring that nose down, that nose down? This here can come up. William, welcome. Thank you for the subscribe. I really appreciate that, puppy. It is missing the jagged lines. That. How's he looking? How's his head looking? So, ooh. Oh, actually, no, that's fine because this all becomes windshield. No, let's do this. I'm going to go K with a knife tool and we'll go C. Nope. Let's do that again. We'll go K with a knife tool and A. Cut that straight across. And then these three pieces here become our like windows. And if we, I'll undo this in a sec. If I go delete face, GX, what? Clipping, GX, U, and U, E, Alt S. It's just not right. I don't like it. Let's pull that back out there. Let's go GG now. And we can pull that back. I reckon it's this here. And we will move that out like so. Silhouette wise, it is a nice shape. This cockpit sucks. Sorry, thinking. We need silence to think. I mean, this is good. This is all part of the process as well. Something's not right. Cool. Well, let's try and fix it. See, this line here, I really like this line. That should go there because then we've got that slot there that cuts up into the wings. Then it expands across. I like that. Just the front here, I don't like. I think it's okay. Just needs. So, yeah. Pent Old Designer, welcome to the stream. Cockpit might be too wide. I don't know. I don't think so. We've got two peeps in there, and he's already right up against that window. We've got. What if we grab that and that? Pull it over. Let's go something like that. Just out of curiosity, what does subdivision surface look like? No. We will not be doing that. What if we bevel? Bevel? Clamp? I mean, it's not bad. Let's go GG and GG. Merge by distance, which is okay. And then maybe we do like these three as windows. I think that kind of looks well. Feet forward, slightly back. You reckon? So you're saying that if we went... If we went something like that, no, I think we would have to. If anything, it would be kind of like this. rs.com, welcome. It would be... And then... So you reckon something like that. The problem is that we're going for this size. And this is already a pretty tight squeeze. You know what? Let's... If I just go shade smooth. No. No. Let's just kind of build this up now. And then we'll kind of start mapping this back. So the idea is... Do we want to fold it or do we want plates to kind of slide in and so that it expands. Shift S, cursor wheel to origin, and then from here we will go cylinder, G, Y, and then I reckon they're going to sit up like this. We'll go with circle engines. And they come in. Now, what is the point of this ship? I'm kind of envisioning this to be a bit of a bomber ship. Ultimate bomber. And then what that'll allow me to do is if I go Shift D, Y, P separate by selection, this is where we can create a bit of a hood. And as we're trying to mimic the other ship, oops, GX, let's go GY, scale Y 0, and then we kind of grab that. As we try and follow that rough shape of the other ship. Cool, 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 cool. GY. Because, yeah, we've already got a ship that we kind of developed. And so we're just throwing ideas out there now. So that's this section here. Oh, I like the fact that it kind of pops. So if I go GZ, like so, that comes up there, bring that in, bring that in. Then if we add in solidify and modifier, make it a bit thicker. And this is as if it is armor plating over the housing of the engine. Does come together with yes. Yeah. Does come together with topography. So, in saying that, I'm after semi-bad topography. Because if we look at this ship here, which you can't really, you notice that everything is hard edges. And that's kind of like what I'm going for. That's the style that I'm after. Someone just joined. What was that? Bretsky! Welcome to the stream. And so yeah, we're going to go for that kind of like jagged plating. So if we have a look at this one as well, yeah, I like that. This one here though, I reckon we might go with the, no, I can't pull this up yet because I have the modifier on it, so we won't worry about that one too much. But let's say we do grab something like this, Shift D, P separate by selection. Hello, that one there. Clipping, no. There we go. Clipping, we'll turn that one off. Let's grab that. GG. And then we can pull this up. And then we can change it up a bit so we have like so. Oh, this is interesting. I'm liking this idea of these plates like this. Let's go select this one, then select this one, copy to selected. Maybe we open that up and then we'll have a plate underneath. And we can also put in a housing over the top. So if I were to grab that, Shift DP separate by selection. There we go. There we go. And then we can pull this back. We could go E to extrude. And so this is kind of like still technically in that blocking phase. GZ. And so that's what we're kind of after at that moment. Just, I'm liking, yeah, it's growing on me. Put an edge loop through there. And then this, bring that down. Bring that down. Bring it up. And so we've got kind of like this really nice, interesting hood. GG. No, GG. That way. Let's pull this one back. So it's kind of in line with that. Copy material to selected. Control S to save. Just a pic in Discord reference for the... Ooh! I'm down for that. Reference images. Too curvy. But I actually do like that. I like that idea. I like that idea. Oop. Let's go minimize that sucker. Oh, no one subscribed for a bit. New to the channel? Don't be afraid. So if we kind of go into rendered mode, we'll see what this looks like. Let me grab... Ow, ploppers. What materials do I have in here? External. And then let's just select all this. Copy material to selected, just for fun. I do like that. And then here we can put a whole bunch of electronics and such. I am feeling that this ship would be more of maybe like a bomber class. Looks like a Ninja Turtle. Would be more of a bomber class. And it's just going to have crud on the bottom. And that's just, let's go. BPM, welcome. Is the idea. Now, let me just quickly jump over into Twitch, see if anyone's over there. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Oh, they are. Oh, jeez. Sorry, guys. Mr. Emerger, welcome. The Cobbler. Okay. I am liking how this is looking overall. It would be better if it wasn't so many triangles, but we can cut that out. But with such a simple material, it does look like bigger laser cannons underneath. Oh, I like that idea. Mohammed, welcome. I like that idea of big get stuff cannons, because obviously we've got, you know, these pea shooters at the front here, and so this one here is those ones. But you're thinking, let's just give it some wampers. Hey-oh! Yeah, right. Okay. You reckon go wamper it out. So I'm just moving around, just trying to get the ideas. Come flow. There's your foot, mate. I think here as well we can probably put in some electronics and such. Maybe we can lift these sections here, and then it's almost like we've got some airflow coming through. Bring that down. That's a nice hood. Great thing I learned. It's easier to add resolution later, but more difficult roof. Correct. So I'm not very often in sub D. Hallie, welcome. Milek, welcome to the stream. Looks like a giant spoiler. I mean, if we look at this ship from above, let me just move these out of the way. It does have a nice silhouette from the front. That's got a nice silhouette as well. So overall, I am happy about the color and all that. Not sure about this engine. I do like the twin though. Alto, welcome. Tangiel, welcome to the stream. Omar, sweet. So yeah, I think this is coming along nicely. What I might do with this piece here, let's go shift. No, let's grab everything. Shift D, P, separate by selection. I just want that front section. Let's put an edge loop through there. And we will bring it up like so. GG. GZ. And then this will kind of, actually no, let's undo that, sorry. Put an edge loop through there. G to the Z. Oops, somebody else just joined, which is absolutely great. Vegan, welcome to the stream. And then from here, let's maybe, we go GG, bring that out like so. That means I can go Control B, GG. We kind of have something like that. I like it. I think having 2 might be okay. So we'll undo that. I'm going to put an edge loop through here. And then we go GZ. Bring it up. Nice. This edge here is too nice. Who else we got coming? Mr. Chatmoon, welcome to the stream. Bomber class, I think it needs to be bigger than your hero ship. Yeah. Maybe they're not a bomber class, maybe a support class. I do agree with you. Maybe they could combine the Voltron to make them mega. The cowl to cover the engine looks, yeah, I really like that piece there. So that's why I wasn't going to keep the cylinders, but that piece there does look pretty juicy. Developer Justin, welcome to the stream. So I like it. This is good, this is good, this is good. I reckon this is probably a bit too strong. Ugh. Bring that down. We will put some junkets in here. Biggest problem is this piece. This is too uniform. So if we kind of like have a look at this one. Or actually, what if we grab these and we went GZ. And then we just went E to extrude along the y-axis, GG. Bring that in. Then that means we could lower that maybe a bit. That then gives us some interesting contours. Contour! GZ. So it is okay to have rubbish. I wouldn't say it was a rubbish topology, but non-stringent topology, I guess, might be a better way. E to extrude along the y-axis. Let's go GG. GG. Some super interesting shapes. I think, though, that this needs to come forward. And then that gives us a nice line there. And then we can move this section here. Like so. That to me is not bad. Select these. Let's go copy modifier. Nope. Copy to selected. Who just joined? It'd be Musa. Welcome to the stream. Bro builds 7th generation fighter jet. Kinda. I wish we would try more angular with a more like a B2. Well, alright, let's go have a squizzaroonie at the B2. B2 bomber. Alright, let's have a look. Come on, give me some images. So open sesame. Or don't. More angled, you reckon? It's not like World War II when you need to have 5-man. Yeah, exactly. More angular. Okay, well, doth we... Do you reckon we just go stuff you, mate? You can have a broken... Here. You know what? Control C, Control Shift V. Whoop. Oh. Oh, that's fine. As in, we bring it down. We bring that all down. See if we can just clean up that line. I reckon this can probably move out forward. Then we could maybe move... I should have saved it. Whoops. And then we'll rotate that around. I mean... When Spooky says something, you listen. You jerk. You jerk. Okay. Let's bring that down. I'm going to bring this edge down. I'm getting nabbed by ice when trying to go into the US due to the incidents. Amy Reaper, welcome to the stream. I don't know what that. Hee boy. Welcome to the stream. Anyone over on Twitch, say hi. Okay, let's bring this back now. I like that. We could probably now pull this back. It is looking tough. Yep. You are very right, as per usual. Sure. I appreciate you. Yeah, jerk. I can't stop. It's late. No, don't. No, don't. What does it look like? Let's have a look. You can narrow the side in. I reckon it looks like a duck. Okay, let's grab that. Whoop, clipping. Proportional editing. OGY. I love the cockpit set into the hull. That area could be intakes. What? I'm assuming this section here. Hang on, let me just jump over Discord real quick. Yeah. So, and that's what I was semi-thinking about, having that gap there. Nice. That was very flat at angle. Yeah, I feel sorry for the poor guy that has to get in. Like, the windscreen's like right here. Okay, let's push you back, mate. Have some extra space. Let's see if we can clean this up a smidgen. So obviously this here is a window. These two might be windows. And then that can be one big get stuff window in there as well. Filippo, welcome. 3ds Max? No, Blender all the way. Looks too complicated to make in 3D. There's a lot of people saying hi. Yeah, we'll keep that. I like that section. I still think we might put a shroud under it. Or maybe we just pull this one out. And it goes something like that. With this one here. Ooh, Nelly. E to extrude on the x-axis. And then we can pull that back. But I mean, we could also ultimately as well GX, pull it across. Yep, that's fine. I almost want to do that and then pull it forward. It is looking tough. Name it the Howard, since it reminds you of a duck. The Howard. How about a Klingon bird of prey? 420 high. Oh, jeez. Right, okay. Sorry. The brain does not work like this. I'm going to apply the mirror modifier because I actually want to clear some of this out. Delete faces. And then this will allow to do some of that. That's great. I am a fan of this section here. Let's pull that up. That's great. Let's kind of continue on this process. Shift D, P, separate by selection. There we go. No. Let's redo that. You too, mate. P, separate by selection. Ah, ploppers. Delete. Uh-oh. Undo. Let's bring these two back together. Control J. Merge by distance. Grab that. Oh. Yeah, that's awesome. Grab those three. Shift D, GZ1. P separate by selection. Can I have this piece, please? There we go. So from here, we need to kind of split this section out. So maybe we grab this and actually extend it. And then that way, when we grab this section, Shift D, GZ1, GZ1. Oh, actually, yeah, that goes like so. P separate by selection. And then this is where we can kind of come in, start chopping that puppy up. Great, love that. Maybe we bring this section up. And we want something a little bit weird. GG. GG. Clipping, please. That goes there. E to extrude. Perfect. Then we grab this and this. Just pull it back ever so slightly. Nice. So we have this piece. Let's kind of just pull that out a smidgen on the X. That way we've got a nice angle. Grab that and that. Copy to selected. That's now nice and thick. Kind of want to add a bit more growth down. How do we feel about this? Are we liking the idea? Hang on, why? Ah, crud. What the heck? Oh, that's fine. Let's just do that. Control L, delete vertices. Then we'll just add in that mirror modifier again. And then that'll fix that section up. Yeah, awesome. Let's grab this. I'm going to put an edge loop through there. And then that way, we can actually bring that in. Oops, someone just joined. Hang on, give me a sec before I forget where I was. Nice. That is great. Glitch Jr., welcome to the stream. I like it. I like it. It's great. Great. Oh my goodness, I'm weak. Yes, that's well. Maybe I just don't care about how they're actually getting in and out. This needs some work. Can I bring that down? Some weird angles. I like it. Maybe what we could do here now is go GX, GZ. And then we have this kind of like, yeah, wrapping. Nice. Definitely needs to be maybe like a small shroud. Shift D, GY. P, separate by selection. Oh, Poisson. Pull that back. Pull that back. Go into there. Let's go GG. GG. And then put one here. Maybe pull that out. Something like so. UU, copy to selected. That needs something like so. And if we go into edit mode, what are we looking like? Yeah, once you're in there, you never leave. What? Oh, okay. I think it was because I was thinking about things outside. What are you talking about? Oh boy. Great. Not the biggest fan of this piece. So I reckon what we might do, Shift D. Let's go P separate by selection. I just want to make maybe a thin piece. It's almost like a cover. And we will like so. Maybe we move that one over. Small patch here that I reckon needs to be covered up. But I reckon as well what we might need something like this. Shift D, P separate by selection. So if you've been watching since the start of the stream, welcome. Random, hey. If you've been watching since the start of the stream, you would see kind of like a really nice evolution. Nice. Well, I think it's nice. Of where we have come from. Where did you go? Where did you come from? Hi, Joe. Sally, welcome. This could be better. And then that kind of deflects up. Then maybe we grab this, Control B, bring that down. Now it's starting to look like more of a duck. Whoops, copy to selected. I like that. I really like that. It's only 11 o'clock. It's because that stinging animation took it out of me. I like that. I almost feel that we should be moving that across, just so it's not in line. It's pretty suave. Innocent David, welcome. Please, what are you trying to make? Making a spaceship for an animated web series. So these are some of the previous ones. And I'm trying to make one that matches this one here. And I think we do have a winner chicken dinner. Yeah, it's so good. And then we will maybe something along these lines. GG. Control S to save. Let's do a Shift D move to junk, just so it's out the back. Not really. I should probably use it more. Loop tools. Q? No. Right click? No. Wait. Right click? Loop tools. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, completely agree. Probably should use it more. Okay, let's go I. No, I've got to back up. It's fine. I. 0.1. 0.02. I. 0.02. And then we'll do I. 0.02. Let's delete that face there. Grab this. GX. Close that off. Then we grab this piece, separate by selection. This is our glass for the cockpit. And then from here, Shift D, P, separate by selection. Come on, I want that piece. Oops. There it is. Add modifier, generate solidify modifier. 0. So now we've kind of got this frame, which is good. We have our frame. I reckon maybe we just expand. Ooh. See if we can line this frame up now along the x-axis. Can we bring it up now? Ah, idiot. E to extrude. Keep it up like so. GX, and then we'll pull it out. All right, let's go something like that. And then we go GX, bring that out. No, I hate you. That doesn't really work. All right, that's fine. Delete edges. Hello, Eastern Europe. Black, welcome. Live streaming is so good. I turned on my PC. Perfect. Apparently a duck dinner. Yeah. We'll work on the underside in a sec. If I grab this and then we go glass. Someone just joined the stream. Let's have a quick squizzaroonie in a sec. Matte glass. TY, welcome to the stream. For those of you who else haven't hit subscribe, hey, let's press it. No. Huh. Anyway, carry on, sir. Okay, let's keep going with this. Nice, nice, nice. I like that. I like that. Do need to create something that'll fill that void, but I'm okay with that. This here becomes matte glass. If we just have a look, what does that look like? Tough is what that looks like. That's pretty good. That is so good. I do, though, think that we need to almost bring this piece forward. How doth we do this? This needs to come over. Really needs to come over like that. Nice. Then that kind of goes into that section. So we're just trying to like just play with the shape a bit more. Let's rotate that around. Oh yeah, hit the thumbs up as well. Frankly, your work for inspires you. Awesome. I'm glad. A lot of shit. Oh, I forgot to turn on screencast keys. Sorry, my bad. I'm liking it. We've done a lot, which is great. Let's just go to the net. Ooh, hang on. Hide. Yeah, I should have a piece there already. So this bit in here. Let's put an edge loop through there. Edge loop, edge loop, edge loop. You come down into there. You come down into there. You come down and into there. You come down and can you go in there? Sure can. Something like this. Let's put edge loops through there and there. GZ. Let's maybe expand that over. And we can pull that right out. Something like this. So we've got kind of some sort of semi-good-ish kind of not really topology. A lot of dirty triangles in this, but I'm okay with that. Let's do that. Whoop, that. Copy selected. Did I just, yeah, clown. That, then that. Copy to selected, Control S to save. I think the front underneath the cockpit needs some love. Yes, I completely agree. We're missing all that shenanigan. But that shape is looking great. I reckon we might need maybe even a piece that sits over this. What are we going to be putting in here? I don't know. And also, big get stuff cannon. Where's that going? Topology, what the? This is the design that we're going for, though. We're going for very much hard surfaces. So obviously down here, this ship here has very nice, clean topology. We're kind of basing it off this ship. And this is one of the ships that we created last week. So that's kind of like the mentality that we're going for. All right, let's jump back into this one. Underneath. Okay. Technically, if these guys were to get out, because at the moment they're crawling into the seats, if they were to get out, this here is the exit door. Where are the landing gears? I don't know. I don't think we're going to see this thing landed. But let's go Shift D, P, separate by selection. And so this is something that we're going to work on now. Let's go GG, pull that back. And then this is where we can extend our warmest welcomes. Something along that. And so I don't think we're going to be putting in too much craziness in here. I know, right? How cool is the topology? I'm sure there's plenty of people out there keeling over in pain. My goodness, what are you doing, good sir? I don't know. Shut up, I'm getting tired. Control B. GG. We have this kind of plate hiding it. Where are we putting in the cannons that go underneath? I don't know. I like it, I like it, I like it. Select that. Copy to selected. Bring this back. And then we can grab that and put the plate there. That sits under there quite nicely. Have it use holographic pilots. Yeah, okay, that's actually not bad. It's good. Yeah, you said that earlier. I'm tired. Okay. Here. What is our stats looking like? Hang on, let me just come back into here. Live. Click on this. Automatic. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, it's hot. Summer becoming. Maybe we'll pull this down a bit. Shift D, GY. Yep. Control LP, separate by selection. I just want this. Shift N. Excellent. And then we will expand this outwards. GZ. E to extrude, E to extrude. Come on. What the? Hey. There we go. X, something like that. And then this will squeeze up in there. Probably pull this out a bit. And then maybe keeping in theme of things, C. Then that means that we could probably go GY, E to extrude Y. Something along the lines of that. That is clipping that. We don't want that shenanigans. What are we looking at now? How about modeling Optimus Prime next time? No. I don't need Optimus just yet. So that's kind of like covered up that whole section, which is great. I like that. Not the biggest fan that we can see right through. So we've got to make this a bit tighter, I reckon. Okay, that's why. Something along those lines. Ooh. Ugh. There we go. GX. 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 And just trying to... Whoops. Yep. Shoddy as I know, but it's great. It's all part of the effect. Nice, 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 nice. Good. 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 Tuck the cannons up under the wings next to the body. That's what I'm thinking. So especially kind of like this bit here is covered now. Fire looks tough though, doesn't it? It looks tough. Ah, everyone on my shorts left. Cool. Right. Okay. I like it. I like this. I like this. I like this. This is delicious. The engines. Now it's time for these suckers. What is this going to look like? Let me go back into those. What are these going to look like? Just kind of going back through the reference photos in the Discord. I don't think there's anything really kicking goals. Nothing is tickling my fancy there. Okay, it's fine. Zone in general. Usually storm splits when you get in your home. Oh my goodness. Terry, that looks horrendous. Thanks, Harish. Now, this is what it is. What are we doing? I mean, we probably maybe could slap an asset in. That's a spreadsheet. Markham 3D. Kitbashing. I don't think I've got an engine that's... if you know what I'm saying. Like, what's this one? Actually. That actually might just work. I was lucky to have that one. And then let's go off the cockpit window, generate mirror modifier, slap that one on there. Change the material to X material, EX. Actually, I wonder. Separate colored. Oh, heck yeah. Nah. Oh, how are we feeling about that? Cylindrical to a rectangle end. No, I'm actually, yeah, I'm fond of the circle one, especially because we've got these kind of like inlets here. I think that's not bad. We do need something to slot in there. Do we have a complex greeble? Okay. What does this do? Nothing really. Rotate 180. Black and darker grey. Yeah, I agree with that. Can I right click, make, Control A, make, because I've linked these materials, so I think that might be a bit of a pain. So I might have to come back and try and work that out. What's this? I'm just trying to find pieces that we can slot in there. And so we've got something like this. Shift D, rotate, ZZ, 180. Rotate YY, 180. G, YY. Wow, Delilah. Let's bring that over there. It's not really going to fit in there, is it? No. Ah, poopy caca. Maybe we work. Let's work backwards. Definitely not. Can we do pipes? Oops. Let's go back to solid mode. That's not bad. Mind you, it doesn't make any sense. But that's okay. I need something kind of like sideways. U. Rotate YY. XX. 180. 90. Rotate XX 180. No. So we're just trying to dump some pieces in here just to kind of like fill this gap. Put that there. And then that kind of sits in there. Awesome. User, I don't even know what that piece is. GYY, GXX. Put that in there like so. We're just trying to fill that hole. Let's go with you. GYY. Oops. Push that up. That piece there, GX, just move it over a smidgen. Nice. Still going in there. Come on, give me some more little greebly bits. What's this one? Perfect. Rotate Y, X, 90 to the minus. Put that in there. GY, I'm just going to push that back. Now, I'm not going to spend probably too much time on... Oh, wait. Alt H. There's our wing. Can I go here? Oops. GG. Control B. Do that again. Control B. Then we go GY. And that gives us that gap in there. I am very happy with that. This one, not so much. Not so much. And we will clear that out. Delete faces. Let's grab this. Here, 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 here. Scale Y 0. Scale Y 0. Scale X 0. And that way when we go E to extrude along the Z axis, do I not have clipping turned on? I don't. We'll go F and then do another F. Cool, 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 cool. That's great in there. That seems to be hiding a whole bunch of stuff. What about this? About to say, what about me? It isn't fair. Nice, I like it. Just having a look. Come on, give me something else. Pods, ramps, turrets. Yeah, I don't. Vents. Oh, we don't have any vents in this thing yet. And I haven't put any stickers on. Will I put stickers? I don't know. Might not need stickers per se. Whoops. Just making stupid mistakes now. And then we'll grab that. Maybe just slide it in like so. GZ, push that down. Let's grab all this stuff now. Control J to join. Good. That didn't. Awesome. Generate mirror modifier. And we'll do that off the glass. Control S. I'm down with that. Back in my day, Starship Captain would break his pelvis getting into the cockpit. Well, I mean, look at this guy. He's in there pretty tight. Actually, I'll let you stretch out your legs a little bit. And also you can't see out the window. GY. Do you protrude from anywhere? You do not. Perfect. That is your seat now. That is where your soul is. That is so good. Alright, I'm fairly chuffed with that. I think that the material, get rid of that. And we're going to grab that, copy to selected. This definitely needs to be black. EXT. I'm okay with this. No guns though. That's the biggest problem. Is this for a game? No, for an animated web series that I'm working on. Which I've been taking my stinking stupid time too long on this. I'm sweating. Okay, so I'm going to now... Let's go create... I want to remove the character. Don't be in there. You. Control S to save. Clear that file. We're going to clean up this file. External data. Nope. Clean up. Purge unused data. Gone. Delete hierarchy. Delete hierarchy. We're not going to come back to this. And this is going to be scene 1. Oops. Scene 1. 1. Heavy class. Move to heavy class. Control S to save. Beautiful. Still a little bit more work to do. Actually, what is the color of the insides? Gray as well. That needs to be black. I'm sorry. Copy to selected. Let's just give that a bit of a rotation of the sun. Definitely needs to be darker. There should be a Las Vegas web series or the Armageddon starts. I'm happy with this. The hard surface looks really nice. I might duplicate this one. Let's go add modifier on the Z-axis as well. Maybe not. Let's get rid of the Z-axis. Shift D. Scale Z -1. And then we'll just fix this up. Whew, that is way off. That is way off. Let me just have a quick squeeze. Whoops. Oh, what's going to happen if I click on this? Click on that. Click on this. Click on that. Click on this. Let me just come back into chat. There we go. Just trying to find an option. Where is it? Why can't I see it? There it is. Bum, 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 bum. Save. There we go. All right. So back into this. Okay. I like this. I like this. I like this. This is great. This is great. I love that there. I think we're okay. All right. Good. Let's go now. That's 140. File. New. General. We will delete all this. Now let's bring in those 3 ships. We're going to go link. That one. Collection. Heavy class. File. Link. No. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Go back. That one there. Don't save. File, save as. Pop it up into web series. We've got to go up a little bit further. Web series, go into ships. Scene 1, enemy ship large. Save. File new generator. And I've lost, there we go. It's come a long way from the square and some panels. Sure did, didn't it? Let's go open. Nope. We go now. File link. We are in the wrong spot. Let's go down into this one. Collection. Starfighter. File. Link. Large. Collection. File link. Whoops. Greg Small Fighter. Collection. Greg Small Fighter. So we've got our 3 ships. Now the only thing that I think might be a problem with this ship is the fact that it's kind of like, but we don't have it as black. It's more the fact that we've got a dark environment and then we've got a ship. that's dark as well. I think we might be okay, but we'll just do this quickly. Save as. We will jump back out, whoops, into web series. Okay. Scenes. Why linking not append? So, great question. Linking is scene 1. Scene 1 underscore base. No, wait, I don't need to do that. Let's go delete that. Yes, delete that folder. This is going to be web series scene 1 underscore base. Save as. So the reason why, as you can see here, let's go next step. Great. I'm going to go into F, web series, ships. Let's have a look at this fighter here. So we can see that this file here is 196 meg. Yeah. But if we come over into web series scene 1, it's 508 because that ship is in the other blend file. If I were to bring all 3 ships into here, now our blend file is going to balloon. And if you've got a shot for every blend file, if you've got a shot and then make a blend file, you're multiplying all that kind of stuff. So here I can just focus on the animation. That's the goal. And as well, let's say I want to come back in. I'm like, I don't like this ship. Or I actually want to put a sticker on it to say Monkeys in Paradise. I can now go to this original file of this ship, update it, and it'll flow on to every other blend file. So that's why I've got the linking set up. So for instance, what are we going to do? Well, see, you know what? I'm going to leave this. I'm going to call it a night for now. Stick around. We're going to another channel. And I'm going to animate something throughout the week, put it up on the YouTube's, Instagram, like and subscribe.